Hey everybody, it's Fiore Freeman with Forever Tourist. I'm going to take you guys through a walkthrough of how I use the Engage sensor to create a demo sort of walkthrough of Forever Tourist and kind of how to interact with Engage items and collect stamps and stuff. So to start, the first thing you got to do is set the Forever Tourist experience on your land. So you're going to come up to the top here and you're going to click World, and then you're going to go to About Land, and then you're going to move on down to the Experiences tab that you see there, and you're going to search Forever Tourist by clicking Add and then type Forever Tourist in. No typos, haha. And then once you type it in and then click Go, it will search for the Forever Tourist experience, and you can click OK and add it to the allowed experiences for the land that you're going to be working your Engage experience on. Okay, so the next step that we're going to do is we're going to make an Engage experience installer. So what this does is it's going to add your avatar to the list of people that can utilize the specific experience that you're creating for your own particular hunt. So to get the script for your Engage Adventure installer, you're going to have to get it out of the example HUD that's in your creator pack. So I like to res it on the ground, and then I just open it into my inventory, and it copies the script the way that I need it for this. So that way, when I create my installer HUD and I res a prim and add the textures I want to it, I can add the Engage script to the HUD, and everything is set up the way that it needs to be. You'll notice I added a landmark to my HUD, and that's because when you go to put the HUD on to add yourself to that particular Engage adventure, you have to be on a place that has the Forever Tourist experience enabled. If they're on a place and they're trying to install it and it's not in a place that the Forever Tourist experience is enabled, this will send them a landmark to a place where it is. So if you put your landmark in there, it will send them a landmark to tell them to go to wherever it is that you have it enabled. They can go to that location to install the adventure that they want to do. If not, you're welcome to use my own landmark to the Forever Tourist store, because anybody can just go there to install or Engage adventures if they need to. When you're done, be sure to take the HUD into your inventory when you've set all the permissions for the script and for the object and everything, because you're going to use it later when you go to test. For the next step, we're going to create our first Engage item. To do that, you've got to have two things inside the contents. The first is the hint note card. For this particular example, I only want each Engage item to say one thing. I don't want it to pick from a lot of different things. So I'm just going to add one line of text without pressing enter at any time to say what it is that I need to say when people click this particular item. You'll notice I've also added an object. It says hint, add me if you want to see. And that is an object. It's like a little mini HUD that I have added that shows the clues. If somebody were to go and click it, they could take this and put it on, and it'll show them a clue of where to go. Similar to the installer, the easiest way to get the scripts and see an example of what one of these items looks like is to take an Engage item example from your Engage Creators pack. This one that I've rested on the ground here is the Engage item example 1 clue. And you can see here that I dropped it on the ground and then I opened it, and it gave me a copy of the Engage device script as well as a hints note card. And so you can use those as kind of templates to kind of show you what this one would look like if you wanted to make one for yourself. Once you've added your own hints note card and any applicable items that you want to add to your device for your walkthrough, then you'll want to drag that Engage device script into the contents of that item that you're making, that object. And just like the installer, you also need to confirm that under the General tab that you are not only the creator, but that the description under this object is also the same exact case-sensitive description that matches the installer HUD that you made as well. You'll see as I go through here, this is me checking to make sure that I have a hints note card, I have an object, I have the script, and that the description is exactly the same as my installer HUD. I'm the creator, the description's the same, there's a hints note card, there's an object and a script, and you can see I can go through my entire hunt here, checking all of those things to make sure that they're all there and they're all set up correct. Like any normal treasure hunt, each step should lead to the next. So one clue will lead to the next clue, which will lead to the next clue. And in this particular walkthrough that I've created, it's designed to not only teach people how to play Forever Tourist, but also to have them kind of like explore and walk walk around the land and see things and click things. And, it's designed to help them like walk around and do stuff. You'll notice in this example that I've got here that when they finally make it out to the hangar, that I have added a bell sound to one of these Engage devices that you can see here. So the reason that I've added a sound to this particular Engage device, and this is optional, you don't have to do this, but if you add the E3 Explore HUD to your avatar and you click the yellow search button, those devices will make a noise, and the noise is dependent upon how close or far you are from them. So it's kind of like an audio way of helping hunters find this particular device if it is that you're looking for. And in this example, I added a sound to just this one device because I wanted to show players kind of how they work and that some of them can have a sound. You'll also notice that when you click that search button on your local chat, it'll tell you that it's scanning for devices, and then it'll tell you how many are in the particular area that you're in on that land. So in my land that I'm on right there are 7 inside that hangar that you could click, and they will, give different clues and maybe different gifts or anything like that. So by design, it was meant to start inside the store, and each thing that each different Engage device said told them something else about the product, taught them something they needed to know in order to play, or brought them to a different part of the property in order to learn another clue or get a gift or something like that. You want to make sure that you do the testing at the end. And so what I did was I got a simple free object giver script, and I put it inside the sign in my store that you can see hovering there that the robot's holding. And if a player were to click that sign, it gives them the HUD that you can see here. And then you would put the HUD on just like this, and the HUD automatically adds you to the experience for the land for this particular experience that I've created. Just as a reminder, these are exclusive, right? They're exclusive to, who created them, as well as the case sensitive name to that experience. So that's why all of that stuff has to match properly. So once they've added the HUD, then you can detach it, and it tells them that on local chat too, that they can detach the HUD when they're done. And the picture on my HUD prompts the player to click the robot. When they click the robot, it says the first clue. And you can see here that it tells them that they should go find the number 2, and it gives them a little mini HUD. And if they were to keep that, I'll do it now so you guys can see, that shows them a visual cue, right, for this. This is just a prim with a picture on it. And this kind of tells them where they need to go next. Like, this is what you're looking for. And there's the number 2. And I've got a little red arrow that points to it there that's like, lets them know. So as the explorer, I'm going to kind of look around, and there it is. You can see it there with the little sparklies, and that's exactly what it is that I need to be looking for. So I can take that hint off and come over there, and there's the number 2. And if I were to click the number 2, I would get the next clue. And you can see on my local chat, it says things, and it sends me another hint if I want to go to the next one. And I won't take you guys through the whole process, but you get the general idea. One leads to another that leads to another. And that is how I made a product walkthrough with the product that I was using for the Forever Tourist game.